we are in the kitchen, ready to make a great grilled cheese and a carrot soup that's a lot like tomato soup without the acidity. So of course we've got some carrots. I brought some tofu home, a nice firm organic tofu. We've got white miso for the cheese part and a barley darker miso for the soup to make it really rich. And I took home a Kamut white Pacific bakery bread. Now let's put it all together. Start with just slicing your onion. So you're going to cut off the top and the bottom. And then just cut it through. Take off the peel. And just make some slices. Now you can make as much or as little soup as you would like. One of the best things about using organic carrots is that you don't have to peel them. And most of the nutrient is right under the peel. So all you're going to do is just chop them up. Now we are going to just start sauteing the onion. I've got rice bran oil, which I love. That up just for a second. Okay, I'm going to add my onion and just begin to get it a little bit sauteed. Let's add in a little bit of burdock. Remember burdock? It looks a little bit like a twig, but it's fantastic for detoxifying. It's great for your liver, all kinds of other things. It cleans your blood. Plus burdock root adds a lot of strength and energy. Okay, now we're going to add in our carrots and a little bit of beet. I chopped up a couple of slices of beet. We'll add that in. Add in our carrots. And I'm just going to go get some water. Just enough water to cover everything. And we're just going to let that simmer now until it is soft enough to stick a fork into it. Now that we've got our soup just about all ready, you can see we can stick a fork into the vegetables very easily. So we're going to place everything into the blender gently. And we're going to add a little bit of this dark miso for the rich flavor. And then we'll just blend it up and that's it. Now let's start making the filling for our grilled cheese. So we've got our tofu. Let's just crumble that in. You can vary this recipe to your own taste. Add in a little more of this or that. Just remember the ume paste and the miso and the things that we're using that are more medicinal are going to actually turn this tofu into tasting delicious and like cheese. Okay, now I've got just a little bit of tahini. Tahini is a sesame paste. It's just ground up sesame seeds. We'll add a little bit of the umeboshi. Now I'm just adding this to the pot right now. This is garlic. This is a garlic press. We're just pressing the garlic in. Now we're adding in the mochi. Mochi is pounded sweet rice. And I've just grated some up. We're going to add that in. Now I'm turning the heat on and we're going to mix it all together. So we'll take a spoon. And we're going to cook it for a few minutes to let that mochi melt. The mochi is going to bind everything together and give it that nice, creamy, gooey consistency that we like in cheese. Then we'll make a sandwich. I'm going to add in just a little bit of the white miso paste. It just takes a minute to get nice and creamy. Now I'm going to add in some parsley. This looks great. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to take a frying pan and we'll heat up a little oil. Remember, I love the rice bran oil. It can take a very high heat. It cooks things better than anything I've ever found. Take the bread, put some of the filling onto the bread, as much as you want. That'll fit on your slice. And then we're just going to fry it up. So just get it nice and brown on each side. One thing that I've learned with the Pacific bakery breads and all the unyeasted breads is if you keep them in the freezer, the easiest thing to do is steam them in a steamer. Just put a steamer basket in a pot, put some water in, and just let it steam for a minute or so. It'll defrost the bread and make it nice and fresh. And here we have the final product. We've got our creamy carrot soup that's a lot like tomato soup, and our great grilled cheese.